Every year, I always try to accomplish something new. I always try and look at the new year as a new slate. At the start of 2020, I set myself a goal to make a YouTube video every month. A video about whatever I feel, a story I wanted to create, and not for the views, but just for the creativity. January 2020. The first of the bunch, a time-lapse video. A slight cop-out, some might say, but a start is a start. I hate lingering ideas. Ideas have to be executed, no matter what level they're created at. February. An idea. A start of something new. Slightly different path to what I created in the past. A Valentine's Day video about Tinder. I'm not too sure what spurred on this idea. I think it was just something slightly different for me to create, and I wasn't really too sure how to create it, and I think that intrigued me more than anything. March. An interesting month, well, for obvious reasons. A travel video idea I had in mind for a while. A very simple video of my trips to Paris. I don't like footage going to waste, so I thought I had to use it for something. April. By this point, we're 4 weeks into this new world and to a pandemic. I thought this would be a good chance and maybe a good idea to do something different again and put the bundles of daily news clips together to tell the story of COVID-19, thus creating an archive documentary series that would see itself scattered throughout the year. May, the second month of being stuck inside. Limited on creation, but a small message from a friend meant entering a lockdown film festival for a weekend, directing over Zoom, overnight edits, and a lockdown over the web. That was a weird weekend and it was very long, but I'm glad we did it in the end. It was something very different and it wasn't what I had planned at all, and I think that was a good thing considering the time. June, a big video. A video I've been wanting to make for a few years now, creating and mocking the type of videos I like to make in my own time, and a great excuse to make a travel video with a voiceover, not restricting myself to one location, something I really enjoyed making. I think it also helped that I had someone like Dan featuring in it for the third time this year in one of my videos, but I think his passion and the way that he speaks and the ideas he gave me as well definitely made making that video really enjoyable. I got to do things that I didn't really have an excuse to do before in other videos. July, a short PSA, public service announcement about wearing a mask in this new world. The video was created over a weekend, and it was the last weekend of May. So even though it was one of my favourites that I made, because it was so short and to the point, I actually do wish I would have started this one earlier on and maybe made more of a bigger deal of it. Maybe it would have done better, but nevertheless, I'm sure there will be other PSA videos I can make in the future. August, a personal video about ticking a bucket list photo off my list. This trip meant a lot to me, and this lake was one of the first drone shots I ever saw on Instagram that grabbed my attention, and from that photo spiraled this whole path of career of going ahead and buying a camera, learning how to take photos, learning how to edit them on Lightroom, taking them from the camera, taking it to a drone, buying different types of drones, seeing which one works for me, all the way to being able to actually visit this lake. And it definitely felt like a whole 360, and from seeing it to being there and taking the photo, it was something I really wanted to make a video on. The worst part was that when I uploaded the video, I actually realised I uploaded the non-coloured version, which meant it was all shot in RAW, which meant that's what you saw. And I actually did a coloured version, but by the time I'd realised, it was actually 2 days after I'd released the video, and it was too late. So that was that. And I brought the canvas for the video, but it actually arrived a day late after I posted the video, so that was quite annoying. So I wish those two things would have worked, but I really liked the video overall, so I'm very happy with it. September. This was probably one of the busiest months for me. So I wanted to create a more simple video for the month, and a few years ago I wrote an essay on Casey Neistat and his style of video editing, and I really want to try and turn that into a short video and talk about cinema verite further. So that's how that one was created. October, a comparison video. I've always really wanted to do these kind of comparison videos. I love watching the new phones being compared to each other, new computers being compared to each other, and I thought of an idea of having and living with some fake AirPods for a while and comparing them to real AirPods. November, this is right towards the end of the year, and again when COVID was really still running rampant, and it had been a while since I'd created an archive documentary on COVID, and I really wanted to try and make one. I was going to make one the month before, but then I had the idea of the comparison video, so I decided to carry on and do that, and do it from where I left off to where we were then. And then into December, the end of 2020, and a crazy year. I thought again it was probably good to round off with a COVID documentary. I also had a lot of personal work going on. I had about 3 or 4 edits at that point going on in the day and in the evenings for other things. So I also had to think of what was an idea that wouldn't consume a lot of my time if it came to filming, and it came to this. And unfortunately, I actually had an idea of putting a Frank Sinatra song at the end of the video, but it got copyrighted and I couldn't upload that version, which was a real shame, but I hope to do a couple more of those videos. And then we're back round January 2021, back round to the beginning, and it would have meant that over that 12-month period I would have uploaded 12 videos, and I thought the 12th video should be a video that I've been keeping in the hard drive for the last 18 months, and it was a video about my travel in Europe and how that travel in Europe actually was about making a Brexit video. And on January the 1st, 2021, timed perfectly for this 1-year challenge, and actually perfectly for the day of Brexit, I uploaded the video on that date. And it did really well. It was the best video I did throughout the year. It gained 1,000 views in the month. It wasn't until that last video of that last month that it did well, and it took a whole year for one video to do well. And resolutions are normally something people don't like to keep, but this is something I'm going to keep going and attempt to do this year as well. And it's something that I've very much enjoyed and learned a lot from, and I've been able to keep myself creative in my personal work and also my professional work.